death?
Yes.
That's weird. It was the coof that caused the car to fall on him and kill him.
Perfect.
Oh man, here we go. And like that, it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Don Ecker has dropped in to wish everybody Merry Christmas. Yeah. Hang out.
Merry Christmas.
I'm just curious, are you drinking nog yet?
Not yet, but it's in my future.
Well, just to remind you that it's afternoon and evening somewhere.
Yes,
so
it is.
You can start drinking on Christmas at any time. It's excusable. I don't know if I'm going to get any nog today because this is a non-eggnog house. Scott hates it.
I make my own, dude. Yes, I do. I make my own.
Now, do you cook it a little bit?
Nope.
So, how do you feel safe with those damned eggs?
Live a little, dude. You just gotta live a little.
I've had salmonella poisoning, and no, I won't. It's horrible.
Well, hey, we all know that you've got a pussified aspect to your character.
I remember my sergeant got it from the Chicken a la King MRE, and we had to we were out in the field, and we had to have him medevaced out. And when we got back, we found him at the hospital. He goes, hey, because it's a huge hospital there at Fort Sam. And he's like, I'm surprised you guys can find me. It's like, we just followed the trail of shit you left.
Spraying it everywhere, sir. Yeah.
He had explosive diarrhea. It was crazy.
Everybody.
Like, hey, man, can you shut the hose off? No? Okay. Aim him the other way. What, Joe?
Everybody in the MP Corps wanted to do duty at Fort Sam Houston because that's where they train all the nurses. Yeah, yep. We all wanted to go there.
I told a guy one time, because he was having some horrible luck meeting a girl there on base. And I said, one of three things is going on. You're boring, you're ugly, or you're gay. If you can't
one of the three, because it's a target-rich environment, son.
Man, you can't throw a garrison cap without hitting a woman down there. And I use the word garrison cap because you know what its nickname was.
Yeah, we don't. Yeah, I mean, we know what the joke is, but damn, man.
Come on.
I hate using that word in just regular.
I don't like that word either. Yeah. If I use it, I want to make sure there's an emphasis as to why I'm doing it. If it's somebody I don't like a lot, I'll use it.
I can't remember what movie it was that I saw, but there's a character in a movie. Somebody says it and goes, do you have to use that word? It just cuts through everything.
Yeah, no, it does. So there's no it's a repeat tonight again, right, Don, for over on KJRA?
Oh yeah.
For Dark Matters. What are you airing tonight?
I'm taking the rest of the month off.
Yeah, the rest of the year, technically. You aren't coming back until next year.
Right.
Oh my.
What episode's airing?
This is special. I don't know. I told him whatever you want to run.
Okay, so it'll be up to Bill.
Or Chanel if she's working.
Well, hopefully
Yeah.
they'll pick from one of your classics.
Same with UAP. So,
Did you guys get anything good for Christmas?
no
I got
idea.
myself
We
an
haven't-
amazing gift.
Did you? What did you get yourself?
Let me move my coat. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. I got myself this guy. If you can see it.
Oh, there you go.
It's
yeah.
the
4K?
Ultimate McCready figure.
Oh, okay.
And I've been wanting this thing for a while.
Oh, wow, man. Nice. That's
Includes
kick-ass, bro.
His Jim Beam and glass.
Ah, yes.
Comes complete with the lantern, shotgun, 12 gauge, and the different expressions. And of course, that amazing hat.
Yeah.
He had a Stetson 20-gallon hat. I think it's 20 gallon. Might be 10 gallon. I'll go double check.
With the brim popped up in front. Yeah.
Well, it's designed to. It's not the Smokey the Bear hat. It's got the wider brim on it, like a sombrero. But he's got it collapsed in like a Smokey the Bear hat, like drill instructors have. And then he folded it because he's former Air Cav.
Yeah.
Anybody who knows the movie The Thing knows his Vietnam history, that he was a chopper pilot in Vietnam.
Right.
Which is why he didn't like computers and called it a cheating bitch.
Yeah.
I actually say
gave it a drink. Was nice enough to give it a drink.
Yes, he gave it his drink, in fact. I love that. And in fact, it's said in the trivia that the computer actually did cheat. And that's what pissed him off. That there was no way it won that way. It had to do something that was illegal. So it's supposedly in the script and then in trivia. What'd you get? What's that?
Soldering gun to fix my PS2 with. I've got an AV connection that's you have to hold it in a certain position to get to work. Yeah. And I said, you know what? I need to just get me a soldering gun and open this thing up and fix it myself. Shit, I did take electronics classes when I was getting my degree in industrial instrumentation. I can do this.
I took an auto mechanic class in high school, but I couldn't work on a car after 85 because there's too much technology in it. It stopped being like a car.
That's what Google's for, bro. I have saved so much money on mechanics with Google. It's not even fun.
Back in around 2000, 2002, I had an older Mercury. And it's the last car I worked on. And I got so angry while working on it that in order to change this one belt at the very bottom, you had to lift the entire engine out.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes it's like that.
And we had to, a buddy of mine just happened to have one of those, and we lifted the engine out, put it all in there. The funny part is once we got it all put back together again, me and my buddy, I had one bolt and washer left.
Oh, no.
And I'm like, I looked at him. It was in the floorboard of the car. And I'm like, we missed one. And I'm like, I remember putting everything back on there. Where did this cut? And that freaked me out. Car ran great.
Hey,
I don't know where that went, man.
Never know.
John, what did you get for Christmas, man?
No idea.
Oh, you don't
I really didn't want anything. There's nothing I really wanted or needed. Well, I did get a new bottle of Kessler for my eggnog. So there you go.
That is nice.
Did Vicky get it for you?
No, I got it for me.
Okay, it falls in the same category. We tend to buy our favorite gifts.
Oh, women do too. Rhonda got her gift this year. She's been using it for
give each other money and let you buy your own damn gift.
Yeah, I mean,
Martin, what did you get for Christmas?
My favorite beer in the whole wide world.
Nice.
What did you
get? I did get Baldur's Gate too. The game I've been watching John play.
I don't know why, but Baldur's Gate sounds like a condition that attacks your genitals.
My goodness.
Oh, I got a nasty case of Baldur's Gate. Oh, wow. Hope you get over that soon. This is what I got too.
Guinness.
I got me a 4-pack of Guinness for Anima and I to enjoy. together
brother
because she
would
got
be
Guinness on
jealous.
her side, and I got Guinness here, and we like to drink Guinness together.
Yeah,
It's going to be something we're going to grow old and die with. I will die, of course, way before her. She's like, "You're not allowed to do that." And I went, "Take it up with God, man."
Yeah, that's my brother's poison of choice. He loves Guinness, man. He digs it.
It is. I just, I mean, the Irish refer to it as a meal in a can.
There you
That's
go.
what the old ad was. That guys would go on break from work, construction and shit like that, and they'd head over to the pub and have a pint of Guinness for lunch. They wouldn't eat any food; they just drink. I wonder where the Irish got that bad reputation from of drinking. Oh, maybe because they earned it.
Yeah, we earned it all right. Yep.
What cerveza did you get, Martin?
Oh, Trooper.
What?
Trooper.
Grouper?
No, Trooper.
Trooper.
Yeah, that one.
Trooper.
I've never heard of it.
As in state trooper. Trooper.
Yeah. Is
it like an ale? What is it?
I don't know, man. I just drink it. I know that Iron Maiden makes it.
Iron Maiden?
Yeah.
Oh, it's Iron Maiden beer. I see it. So it's named after the character. Gotcha.
Yep.
So which one did you get? I'm looking at them all right now.
Oh, let me see, because I went.
Because they got a premium British, Light Brigade, Red and Black, 666.
Sun and Steel. Sun and Steel.
Oh,
maybe?
wow. They've got a 5% volume Brazil IPA. They got one called Hallowed, one called Sun and Steel. Wow, they got the Australian one. They got one called Fear of the Dark.
Fear of the Dark?
I have the IPA and the 10th anniversary.
I'm not seeing that one.
Yeah, it's a special edition.
Here, everybody can see what you're talking about here. I'm going to share my screen.
Oh, okay. I just threw mine up too. Yep, there you go.
Yeah, the IPA.
The one on the left here?
No, on the right.
This one.
Get it. No. The fourth one from the right.
Fourth
this
one from the right.
Yes.
IPA. It says IPA right underneath Trooper.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, and the Robinsons, but this is Robinsons.
This one.
Anniversary. No. After between Abraham Lincoln and the Light Brigade. In the center.
The center one? Okay.
That one.
I like this one. I like British ale to begin with. And I like to try this out.
The first time I tried it, I just bought it because it was Eddie on the label.
Right.
And I'm a freaking Iron Maiden fan. And so I said, it may be horrible, but it's Iron Maiden. And oh my God.
This pisses me off.
I freaking love it.
The Brown Derby was created here in Springfield, Missouri, and it's not available at the Brown Derby.
Bummer.
Damn. I'm going to try that later. And then, of course, I'm a little surprised you didn't get some of your favorite Eastern European alcohol, Don.
Well, you're talking about Slivovitz?
Yeah.
Well, unless I can get the real thing, okay, and I got to go to Poland to get the real thing. The stuff here is a pale imitation that you can buy, and why I'm not sure, because you can buy Everclear, but they don't have the 140 proof Slivovitz here.
That is weird.
That makes no sense.
By the way, we've got folks talking to us in the chat. We got Penny here who wished us a Merry Christmas. Keely Chow wishing us a Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Penny.
Anima, of course, is in the chat wishing us a Merry Christmas. Real Wade Nation Gaming is here. Hi, Gary and Joe, but nothing for Don. Thanks a lot, Wade. And nothing for Martin either. Fuck Martin.
Yeah, right?
I'm very proud of him. He cleared 1,000 subs this past
Yeah,
week.
that guy hustles, man. He started at the beginning of the year, and he swore up and down he wanted to get. Boy, he got it all right there near the end, didn't he? Wow.
Yes, he
Amazing.
did.
He was here for the Independence Bowl, and I was at we had a show. I was, pushing my portraits and my comic book, and we couldn't link up. He was here for the Independence Bowl with his family. I hate that I couldn't go see him. We had a window there, but he didn't want me to bother him at the restaurant. He was like 5 minutes from where I was standing at the show at the Bossier Civic Center. He was at a place called Ralph and Cacoo's, which is a
Speaking of Bush is here wishing us a happy Christmas too. Bush McFadden. And he said he included everybody, Wade. Everybody. I'm just saying, man.
Take notes, Wade. This is how you do it.
This is how you do it.
Well,
I hate to say this. This will probably be the only time I'll ever say this. Do what Bush does.
Right?
Well, Wade may be clearly sending a message.
There you go.
He's sick of your shit, Martin.
Maybe.
Who knows? In Wade's world, Merry Christmas could be, or hi could mean F you in his language. It could be telling us to go to hell. Nah, it's good to see you guys. Definitely.
Oh, I just got a
message
Richard Bonk, the my buddy, the other comic artist who worked for Marvel DC. He just wished me a Merry Christmas.
Very cool.
Let me message him back. He's like you, by the way, Joe. He was MP.
Oh, it's military police. Cool. Military prick, as the rest of the world likes to call us. Yeah. Well, good for him. Now, I didn't know you were going to cover this movie. Really?
No, this is just sort of a last minute thing, and
cool.
we're not going to really talk about it much. I really fucking love this movie.
Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, and I've no, it's fine. It's fine. I just I've been interested to see it. It's something Rhonda wouldn't be interested in.
Well,
it's actually
it's one thing about this movie. Santa's got himself a Colt, the big one, Walker, a Colt Walker pistol.
Ooh, nice.
When I saw that, I said, "Whoa!" And he's in a shootout with it, so that's great.
Yeah, this is, by the way, the thing I've found funny about this film is it felt like somebody took the idea from the opening scene of Scrooged.
Right, Scrooged. I just showed that to the clients the other day. When Lee Majors come busting in, yeah.
Yeah, I love that. By the way, I saw that Keith had shared the fake movie poster, and I'm trying to find it. Here it is.
Yes.
Here it is. This is the fake movie poster that was made for the movie, the fake movie. Here we go. Put that up real quick. There it is.
Now it's just one
The Night
word,
the Reindeer Died.
Oh yeah, The Night the Reindeer Died by IBC. You'll love it. Yes, too awesome. That's badass.
Got an M16.
Check out Mrs. Santa. She's
I can't
into
tell
it.
if that's an A1 or A2. M16 because you can't see the forward assist.
Oh my God, that's funny. Yeah, I just showed that to the clients on Friday night. I showed them that one Friday night, and I showed them Die Hard Saturday night.
Oh, he can't join us, dude. He's taking the wife to go see Aquaman right now.
Yeah, I've got a heart out at noon because I'm doing the same thing. Me, my best friend, and my wife are going to see it.
I have to end the show at noon, exactly at noon, because I'm supposed to be going over to Midnight's Edge.
Okay. You tell Tom and that bunch, we all said Merry Christmas when you get there.
I was kind of hoping you'd be ironic and go the opposite way and go, go fuck themselves.
Right. Tell them to go to hell. Yeah.
But, I'm going to be joining him there to. Oh, here he is. There he is, doing some target practice.
Now that's his wife in the movie, right?
Yeah, she's Mrs. Claus.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see this movie bad. I really do.
Have you not seen it, or?
I have never seen it. Yeah.
Oh, you got to watch this movie, dude.
Yeah. I will. It's just like I said, Foxy wouldn't be into this, I don't think. But
it's just it's funny, but it's also dark.
It's got to be. I figured it'd be dark humor. Yeah. Who's the bad guy in this?
Oh, you're about to see him.
Okay.
This guy is going to meet him in a couple slides.
Okay.
And there you have it, Mr. Walton Goggins.
Yeah, I love him as an actor, dude. He was so great on Justified. And he's the only reason I tuned into the first season of that Navy SEAL show on the History Channel.
6.
Second season was just garbage.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I know that guy. Yeah.
I was out the moment that one of the Navy SEALs' wife, they get attacked, and she wants to get a weapon to help defend the house, and the Navy SEAL's against it. And I'm like, that never happened in any world.
No.
That's just fucking stupid. That's your personal politics and anti-gun sentiment.
Hello.
Fuck off with your show. And I stopped watching. Plus, they killed Walter Goggins at the beginning of the season. Technically at the end of the previous season, but...
I'm trying to remember the last thing I saw him in. I don't remember. But he's pretty good at playing a prick, that's for sure.
Yes, he is. He's the psycho in Predators.
Who, that guy?
Walton Goggins.
Oh, Goggins, yeah.
Did you guys see him in the Sons of Anarchy?
No.
When he played a trans character?
Holy shit.
You have to.
Oh, that sounds off the chain right there.
Oh, let me tell you what, bud. He was a killer in that.
Yeah.
I saw him first on The Shield, I remember.
Yes, he was his partner. The main character's partner.
Yes.
And
him and
it's been so long since I've seen it. Didn't his partner end up betraying him in the finale? Something like that?
I don't know. I didn't see the end of the show.
Because Chiklis's character, it seemed like, had a turn of fate, a turn of character and change of heart, and ended up going the good way and betrays him. It just seems like I remember that. It's just been so long. I haven't seen it, over a decade. That was a good show, though. Walter Goggins, that's what put him on the map. And then, man, he was so good in Justified.
Hey, LDG. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Yeah. I like the fact that they give you a damn good reason why the villain is a villain in this.
Mm-hmm.
And I like that. You know, it's like when
How do you spell his last name?
Goggins.
Okay.
I should have been an asshole and just spelled it in some weird way that you couldn't find.
Well, apparently it doesn't. IMDb doesn't know.
By the way, I'm also wearing my Christmas gift. This is from Travis. He bought me a bowling shirt. My old roommate and buddy.
Nice.
He surprised me with it because I took him out to go see Godzilla -1 and bought him dinner because we went to the Alamo, and you know you can have food with your movie.
Did you find the basement?
No.
What?
It's a joke. We had hot wings. That's what we got. We had the hot wings with the vegetable dip. It was really good. Plus soda. And then we watched the movie, and it was like $50. I think the total was $50, something like that. I asked him, just cover the tip.
Oh my God.
What?
Phrasing. But well.
Oh, yeah, like a rubber. Yeah, I get it. You guys are filthy.
Hey man, I've been playing Baldur's Gate. That game will make you think filthy thoughts.
I would say.
Well, I told you it sounds like some sort of genital disease.
I'd say I pick it up from you, but no, I would.
And the
be
way
lying.
John plays it, it's kind of like a genital disease.
No,
He's
come
tame
on.
with it, man. Yeah.
He did a whole episode where he made zero progression the entire 2 hours.
Yep.
Animal was shitting on him. It was great.
Django Unchained's the last thing I saw Walton Goggins in.
He was in that. Yeah. I forgot.
No.
He's in the Hateful Eight too, but I haven't
Hateful
seen
Eight.
Hateful Eight yet.
I enjoyed the film, but I really didn't like the writing in that. But I enjoyed it because he used the unused soundtrack from The Thing by Ennio Morricone, and had Kurt Russell in it. Now we'll watch anything with Kurt Russell in it, even when it's crap.
Right.
Like I've been watching that new Godzilla series, Monarch. God, it's bad.
Yeah.
Is it? I've heard good
awful.
and bad things about it. Of course, you
Only thing good is when Kurt Russell's on screen or his son.
You can't judge it by John and what he says because Godzilla could take a steamy dump on screen. And
the thing is, Godzilla is not in the goddamn show.
He's in one episode, and you don't get even the whole body shot
for 5 seconds.
His spines coming up out of the earth, and you see him turn, and you see his head, and that's it.
But I'm with you on Kurt Russell, man. I love his stuff all the way back to his Disney stuff, man. The Strongest Man in the World and the Computer Wore Tennis Shoes, all that stuff. Love it.
The Computer Wore Tennis Shoes. I love that one. I like Kurt Russell so fucking much. I've admired him since I was a kid because he was an athlete. And
Big Trouble in Little China.
There you go.
Like so many Hollywood actors, he served in the same National Guard unit during the Vietnam War. And if they've used the backdoor draft many a time. That's how my grandfather ended up because when he signed up with the Illinois National Guard. And they sent his ass right over before the war even launched. He was there early to where they weren't fighting yet, and he was with a French unit, just helping them. He was a cannoneer.
A question: when you, Gerry, say backdoor, is that a meta thing?
Yeah, it doesn't count. No videos.
No video needed.
Yeah, when I say it, it's
It's when other people.
But that's what they do call it here. It's called a backdoor draft. They the backdoor draft is when you take your active duty people and move them to Europe.
Look who's in the chat.
Hey, Mark is here. Merry Christmas, buddy. I sent you a Christmas greeting on what's that chat we use? I forget the name. Skype.
I don't want to change your mind, man. That
Merry Christmas,
I
Mark.
See it yet, but it looks like it's pretty cool.
I thoroughly enjoyed that movie, and I put it as the third best film of the year.
Wow.
Because
no Rebel Moon?
What?
No Rebel Moon?
Rebel Moon, he said.
I don't know what that is.
He said no Rebel Moon.
Better
Rebel Moon is the new one on
Netflix. Is that a Star Wars reference?
Keep it that way.
Is it a Star Wars reference?
No. It's a new movie.
It's a new movie on Netflix,
Snyder's.
man. Yeah.
What's it about? I don't like Netflix.
It is a failed. It was a movie that Disney turned down to do for Star Wars. It was a script for a Star Wars movie that they turned down, so Zack Snyder decided to make it his own thing. And it's in 2 parts. The first one dropped on
3 parts.
It's in 2 parts, sir.
So it's
the first part comes out on the 22nd of December.
I've never heard of this.
Which it's already out. Everybody's doing reviews of it already, man.
Really?
Dude, he borrows from so much stuff. It's basically Seven Samurai. It's Battle Beyond the Stars.
It's by who made it?
Zack Snyder, the slow-mo man himself. Zack
what did he do? What did he make?
Zack Snyder?
Yeah, I don't
Man
know
of Steel.
Really? He did Man of Steel?
Yeah.
At some point, you guys got to realize I'm being extremely sarcastic.
You're being an ass.
I know.
Yeah, gotcha. You obviously don't like the guy. Yeah. I'm not one of the anti
it's
or
not
the
like I dislike him. It's not
Yeah.
like I dislike him.
yeah.
Because I like some of his films. I like Sucker Punch.
Mhm.
I love 300.
Sucker
I
Punch,
liked
really?
Watchmen a lot. I preferred his ending over the graphic novel because I thought it was a stupid ending. It was a dumb Twilight Zone
Right.
borrowed ending, and I went,
Mhm.
"Oh, this is dumb."
I love
You
The
know.
Watchmen. That's my favorite movie he's ever made.
You
That's
have the weapon that should scare every human being, and that's what they did in the movie.
Mhm.
Dr. Manhattan is a dangerous, dangerous individual.
Mhm.
And to turn him into the threat, yeah, that was great. I love that. Even though he's not, he would never do it. But I love the fact that they did that. Osmandius did that.
Yeah.
I love that Manhattan did murder Rorschach.
Yeah.
They kept that just everything was right out of the book except for that ending, and I like that. They changed. I didn't like this, but I understand why they did it because it was cliche when he tells the pedo that he needs to saw his own arm off if he wants to escape the fire.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was in the comic book, and then they changed it for the movie, and I'm like, I'm okay with that because they'd already done it with Mad Max.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, that's been done. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Done. And there's another film that did it too. And so, and I keep saying this about Alan Moore. He's really not that good of a writer. People
the thing
they worship at his fucking nutsack. And I'm like, why? There are writers out there so much better than Chuck Dixon could shit out a better story than Alan Moore.
Yeah.
Mike Barron could do it. And I'm friends with both those guys in the comics industry. So, but anyway, I'm not paying attention to the chat. I'm sorry. What's going on in the chat right now, Martin?
Oh, Penny's
greeting
us.
Greeting telling everybody Merry Christmas by name, each person.
By the way,
chat.
Penny,
Yes.
Don, yeah, good. She said something to Don because Don wished you a Merry Christmas if you didn't catch it, Penny. LDG Free the Net is here. It's good to see everybody. It's, some people are going to do a show on Christmas. I'm like, yeah, my kid's not going to be here today. I don't get to see her till tomorrow. So I don't mind.
We are kidless, have been for a few years now. So
deleted scenes.
They're all doing their own thing.
Send you an invite, man. Come on, jump in.
And besides, I always tell everybody, all my kids, I told them, I said, look, when you have kids, it's not about you anymore. It's about the grandkids. We got them taken care of for Christmas. That's what matters. So. Yep,
I agree with that. I do.
But that getting back to Rebel Moon, I told everybody, yeah, it's I think of it like Tenacious D,
Yeah.
It's not the greatest movie in the world. It's just a tribute because he borrows from everything in the world in that show. It's ridiculous. Right down to the dreadnoughts of the evil empire. They look just like the Yamamoto straight out of Star Blazers. It's ridiculous, man. Yeah.
The top three films for me this year were Mission Impossible, whatever number it is.
Yeah.
7.
Dead Reckoning Part 1. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's like number 2. Number 1 is Oppenheimer. And I was shocked that I loved that movie. I watched it just before Tom and I did that Saturday show. And I was like, I'm going to fucking hate this movie. I watched it and I'm like, they were very fair. Because they showed what a shitheel he was.
Yeah. Yeah. They showed what he was, man.
And I love that they kept that scene. Don, have you seen it yet, Oppenheimer?
I haven't. I haven't watched it yet. But I saw, as far as
they kept the scene with Harry Truman in there. It's in there.
Okay.
When Harry basically called him a pansy.
Fatman Little Boy. That's my favorite.
Yeah, he was great in that too. That was a good film. I liked the movie. Paul Newman and John Cusack played the young scientist who gets exposed to protect everybody else and dies.
Right.
A horrible, horrible fucking death. He grabbed the radioactive sphere with his bare hands.
Plutonium. Yeah.
And it was a horrible death. His insides liquefied. It's just, oh my God. Great movie. But Oppenheimer shocked me because it really went into detail of what a shitheel he is.
Yeah.
It shows his brilliance.
Womanizer. Yeah.
Shows his brilliance. But it shows how he was a shitty husband. Shows how he was a shitty scientist, because he's one of those scientists that Michael Crichton talked about when he wrote the line for Dr. Malcolm. Your scientists were so what was it? How did he phrase it? We're so caught up with whether they could do a thing, they didn't ask if they should do a thing. Yeah. And he was fully aware that there was a risk that he could burn up the Earth's atmosphere with one blast.
He has that conversation with Matt Damon in the movie, and he still did it.
He says, "Oh, it's only like a 1% chance." No, it's greater than that, and he knew that. And
I tell you
he chose to do everything he did, and then later wanted to cry about it. And when Truman offered him a tissue, that really did happen. He really did that. And when he left, he said, "Don't you ever bring that crybaby back in my office again."
Yeah. Didn't Oldman play Truman in the movie? I think
yes.
That was him under the makeup. Yeah.
Gary Oldman.
That was the first
one of my
movie,
favorite actors.
The first feature film I've ever gone to see in IMAX. We went and saw the IMAX theater we have here. Big dome.
I got to tell you,
amazing,
it wasn't necessary.
I don't think it was necessary either, but I just like the fact that I actually went to one.
Christopher Nolan is one of the most wasteful directors, but he's good at what he does, but he's very wasteful of money. He really is. That film should have just been shot. Just shoot on 70 millimeter. I think it would have been more cost effective.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, the problem with the IMAX cameras and wide.
I got to stop you here.
Let me try to remember my thoughts.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Dadman is here, but he has to leave us. So.
Oh, Dadman, it's good to see you. Merry Christmas. Have a safe Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Dadman Walking. Good to see you.
Absolutely.
You're talking about the cost of that.
The kid is the Goggins character as Goggins character is the dick kid.
No, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way, because Walton as a kid was a good kid. The problem was what he wanted for that fateful Christmas, and it wasn't a material thing, and he couldn't handle that.
And it turned him evil.
Yeah.
He doesn't think he's evil, though. He thinks he's justified. And that's the sign of a good villain, because a villain should believe in what they're doing and believe that they're justified and right. Got coal. I love the coal. I love the line. Where was it said? Was it in this movie, or what movie was it where Santa says that he shits coal?
Oh, look at that.
Oh, no, it wasn't. It was on American Dad.
American Dad.
It was on American Dad because of the fight between the two of them. Because that Stan has been at a war with Santa for years. Because Santa's not moral like Santa is in this one. Santa is a power guy. He's all about the power. And this year's Christmas special, it was pretty good. And he says the line, he says, well, Stan, I shit coal.
I want to see more Krampus. I want to see some Krampus for Christmas.
Well, there was some Krampus in that, not this episode, but the previous episodes, because Krampus helped Stan and went to war with Santa in the show. I actually really enjoyed the Christmas specials on American Dad. I like the show because despite being written by a liberal, he stood by and defended guns on the show, where the daughter is like talking shit about guns. Guns kill. And Stan goes, oh, really? And he sets his gun on the table and he tells the gun to kill her. Kill her. Nothing's happening. I don't know what you're talking about. Guns don't seem to do anything until you put your hands on them. It's like, thank you. A liberal did that joke. I'm a silly fat man in a red suit. God, I love Mel Gibson. He had that dark period as an alcoholic, and people love to schadenfreude people that they don't politically agree with. So he wasn't of the political persuasion they were, so they go after him. And she's great as Mrs. Claus, by the way. I liked her character in this. Very down to earth performances. There's no magical Santa stuff in this movie. It's more just straightforward storytelling. And when the military mercs start showing up and killing people, and the U.S. military sends people to help defend Santa, that's one of my favorite parts. And that's why this is a Military Monday movie, because the military is part of this movie. He works with the Department of Defense. That's how he's able to do what he does, is they don't destroy him in the air. He's got to deal with the Department of Defense. And of course, and that's why Goggins has to be so smart as the villain to go after Santa. He has to be able to fight the military. But trying to see if there's any other.
Look at the poster in the back.
Look at the what?
Oh, when the poster.
The car.
Oh.
It looks like a 68 coupe Mustang. Is that a Mustang? Our logo's over it, so I can't really see it.
Yeah. Oh, well.
What is it? Is that a Bonneville?
Did you finish your thoughts on how much money Nolan was wasting on IMAX film versus 70 millimeter, or no?
Well, the problem with it, thanks, Martin, again for interrupting. I didn't finish it. The problem with the cameras that he wanted to use, the IMAX, is you can't make a whole movie with it because you have to dub everything. Because those cameras are like giant fucking diesel engines. They're so fucking loud.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And they're just not practical. And I know they want to do that, but just shoot 70 millimeter widescreen and then put it up. That's what they did with Total Recall. Because when I saw Total Recall, I saw it in San Antonio in the Army, and we went to the IMAX theater, downtown San Antonio. Which, by the way, San Antonio is one of the prettiest cities I've ever been to. I love that town, especially the Riverwalk.
You talking about the OG one with Arnold?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Back in 1990.
No, the other thing about the over-expanding with the cameras is not only he wants to use it on everything, he destroyed one of them.
Really?
Filming Batman. Yeah, filming Batman not Begins, the other one, the Dark Knight.
How did he
completely destroy one? Oh, I think it was in the sequence on the tunnel with the 18-wheeler and shit, and the camera fell off one of the vehicles, and bye.
Those things are expensive as fuck.
Yep, they wanted to kill that guy.
Wow. They wanted to kill Nolan, or wanted to kill the guy operating?
Nolan, yes, they wanted to kill Nolan.
Because a lot of people know this. There aren't that many IMAX cameras.
There used to be 4, now are 3 in the whole world.
I'm surprised they let him do it again.
Yes,
I would have turned him down. And I think it would have been better if they had. They should have shot that film in either widescreen 35 or shot it in 70. It's just stupid. It's wasteful to do that. So, but so let's talk a little bit about what it was like in the military on Christmas.
I thought that's what you were going to do when we talked.
No, it's what I want to do. Mm-hmm. It's still what I want to do. I told you, I didn't change anything. I said I just wanted to put this movie on in the background while we talk.
Right. Yeah.
I just basically wanted to talk about what it was like for soldiers. And Don's got a great story about Vietnam. And I don't know if we should finish on that or if you want to open up on that story, Don.
Well, like I told you earlier, I can't stay for the whole show.
Let's get you going then.
Yeah. Well, it was 1971, okay? And about December the 23rd, and I was up on the DMZ. And we got a radio comm from our CO down in Quang Tri that said I had to, and I think they sent a chopper up, that I had to go down to Quang Tri. Something was going on. So I got down there and I found out that my grandfather, now this was from the American Red Cross, and our local congressman had requested I get an emergency leave. Our local congressman was a guy by the name of James Van Zandt, who had served with my grandfather in the First World War. And so they were buddies. Well, my grandfather had a heart attack. Now, normally, you wouldn't be granted an emergency leave, for extended family. But during the Korean War, when my old man got called back into the Army, my mother and I ended up living with her parents, with my grandparents. So, for several years, he basically was my dad until my old man got back. So anyway, my CO asked me, he said, well, do you want to go back? Do you want to go back home? What a dumbass question to ask.
Right?
Me, and I
what
said,
time do I
yeah,
leave?
of course. Yeah, really. So I found my cleanest set of dirty jungle fatigues. And somebody got a Jeep and ran me down to Fubai, where we had a substantial airfield down there. And I had time to jump into a shower, scrub up, shave, put my dirty fatigues back on, and went out to the airfield. And just as I'm leaving, guess who was coming in? Bob Hope with his fucking Christmas show. Okay, so I didn't get to see that either. So they take me down to Saigon, and I'm sitting down there about 14 or 15 hours. Well, that's my wife. Honey, I'm on the radio. So I'm sitting down there waiting for anything to go anywhere to get the hell out of country. Finally, a 4 propeller-driven Air Force cargo plane was flying to Guam. So I jumped on that, and somehow we went from the 24th to the 26th, and I completely missed December 25th because of the date line. And that was some wild stuff, man. I couldn't believe it. My Christmas dinner on that cargo plane was a box lunch, a bologna sandwich, a bag of chips, a banana, and a Coke. So we get to Guam, and there was finally an Air Force jet. I guess it was a jet transport, if I remember, that flew me to Hawaii. Now, I'm on emergency leave, right? I got all my paperwork. But I get to Hawaii, it's pouring rain, and I'm thinking to myself, do I want to dick around? Because I still didn't know if my granddad was living or not. Do I want to dick around and wait for another military aircraft, or just buy a ticket? So I ended up buying a ticket and flew from Hawaii to LA and then all the way back to Pittsburgh. I get to Pittsburgh, and my local airport in Blair County was this little field, and I grabbed a puddle jumper and flew over there. And my old man came out and picked me up. Well, my grandfather was still, living. So I get home, I get cleaned up, and by the way, I took a bath in what the hell was that cleanser, because I had some bugs, believe it or not. I came back from Nam with some bugs, and I scrubbed up, got those taken care of, and then went out to the VA to see him. Well, he made it until about January 11th, somewhere around there, when he died. But that was the year that I saw a movie that affected me for years on TV. Darren McGavin in The Night Stalker. That's when that movie originally aired. Now that was a scary, scary movie. But anyway, so I'm back there. My mother is convinced that I don't have to go back. I had to explain to her, Mom, that ain't quite how it works, right? The day I left to fly back out to Treasure Island, the whole area got hit with a goddamn blizzard. I mean, it shut the town down for almost a week. We had like 4 feet of snow that came in. And it was, well, one day and I would have been stuck there. But I got back, flew back to Nam, and, you know, all in all, I got to tell you, that was a memorable Christmas. It's one that I'll never forget.
And you said that was the blizzard of 71 in Pittsburgh?
No, Altoona. Yeah, the whole central western PA got hit with hell. The only way people were able to even get groceries were people with snowmobiles. That was a tremendous storm that hit. Are you looking it up?
Yeah, I wanted to see some of the photos because I see the big blizzard because I remember the Midwest blizzard of 77. And but I've never seen photos of the blizzard of 71.
Well, it's actually would have been 72, Gary.
Oh, that's probably why I'm having trouble finding pictures. There we go. There we go.
1972 is when the Night Stalker came out. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now I'm seeing some pictures.
I remember that one. That was the first comic book work I ever did when I was a kid. Me and a friend of mine were spending the night, and we started making our own Night Stalker comic book because big fans of the TV show that they did after this. You know.
Oh, Darren McGavin was, God, he was a fantastic actor. Kolchak, the Night Stalker series, well, that got pretty lame. You know, they were really grasping for monsters. And even the second movie they did, The Night Strangler, was a pale imitation. But the Night Stalker itself, I still occasionally...
Him versus Dracula.
Yeah,
I do too. I love that movie. I love the series.
Didn't they have like an underground city? Wasn't there an underground city he was hiding in that movie?
Seattle.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was old house.
There really is, right?
No, he's an old house.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I know there was one show where they actually found an underground city where
there really is there.
Mm-hmm.
There really is there.
Oh, Seattle is. In fact, it's in my story, The Darker. The vampires hide in the underground city because the city of Seattle that we know today is built on top of the original old city.
Wow.
And I've gone on a tour down there, and I got to tell you, the most disconcerting moment living in Seattle, my late ex-wife, we were walking downtown, and you've got the old tiled glass. Every once in a while, you'll see rows of the stuff that allow light down from above down into the underground. And you'll walk by, and I looked down this one time, and there is this one person down there looking right up at me, and that was really fucking weird.
Yeah, right. They're watching you from below.
I didn't stop. I kept walking, but my head stuck on him, going, "The fuck was that?" And so my wife turned around, and she's like, "What?" I said, "There's a person down there." She looked, and she couldn't see anybody. I'm like, "No, they were there. They looked right up at me." And that was bizarre. Oh, you just saw your own reflection. There's nobody down there. Later, we found out, no, I saw somebody, and there are people living down there. Homeless people. It's fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah. But Plant Watering Citizen, it's worth
Watering Citizen is here.
Yep.
And of course, my good friend Tim is here. So I think he gets a video, doesn't he, Martin?
Oh, now you want me to interrupt.
No. I want you to play the fucking video.
Wait.
You got one fucking job.
Oh man, I can find. Where is it? Oh, here.
By what name are you known?
There are some who call me Tim.
I love John Cleese. You know, he started his own network over in the UK. Now, don't mistake it. It's still liberal. But it is so far right of what the BBC is. It's enjoyable. I've watched it,
right.
I've, like, enjoyed it going, oh, I wish the libs would get back to this kind of being libs because I can actually enjoy them. No woke crap, no leftist garbage, which is what woke is. When you hear me say woke, I'm talking about leftist garbage. It's like, is leftist different than woke? No, it's exactly the same thing. It's leftist
Just different
garbage.
tactics.
Divisive crap.
No, it's not different tactics. Woke comes from leftism. It comes from socialism, which is
from
communist
Marxism.
light. Yeah, it's communist light. I have been to Quebec City, Frontenac Hotel, but didn't get to this part of the hotel since it was closed for the season. But there is an old fort that the hotel is built on. Oh,
wow.
I need to check that out. I've been to Quebec. In the Army, we pronounce that Quebec.
Quebec.
Remember that, Joe? Remember that, Don?
Yeah.
It's really weird. People like, you don't say November, you say November. Military phonetics are important to remember.
Yep. Because
and you're not supposed to say Charlie Foxtrot over a live radio. I did. And if they'd figured out who I was, I would have been in serious trouble. And I remember responding because when I realized they didn't know who I was, I said, "This is Charlie Foxtrot out." And I disconnected my antenna so they couldn't find me. Went back to the we were doing field training exercise, and I put up that. Did you ever have that, the one-man antenna, Don?
Yeah.
Field antenna? Did you?
Yeah. Well, the Prick 25. Okay.
I can't remember what its designation was. All I remember was what a nightmare it was. And I had to get 2 other medics to come with me. I said, I'm not going to get cut in half by this thing. Because that was the risk with this thing. You have to tighten those tension cables. And if you aren't doing it correctly, one will snap. Mm-hmm. And I've seen, I remember one of the nastiest calls I went on as a paramedic up there in Washington. A guy was working construction and a tension line snapped and cut him in half.
Oh,
just whipped right through him. One of the funniest calls I ever went on was another construction call, and the guy was having trouble breathing. So we get him to the hospital, and we wanted to stick around and find out what the fuck was wrong with this guy, because right in the middle of transporting him, his lung collapses.
Oh,
hey, God. Gerry, let me just say this. Today is, by tradition, Jesus's birthday. Do you really got to say fuck so much?
I can't help it. I grew up on Full Metal Jacket, man. I love that scene where he's walking around the barracks singing happy birthday to Jesus. Harley Irby. So we take this guy to the hospital, and I stuck around. I wanted to find out why his lung collapsed. And he had been smoking weed with his buddies, and they couldn't figure out where the roach went, the butt end of it. He had inhaled it into his lung, lit, and it burned a hole in his lung.
Damn.
And collapsed his lung. I was like, that was a fucking cool call.
That's insane right there.
I've gone on some really awesome calls, but I've also gone on some messed up ones. I told you about the one in the gay district there in Seattle, and it's near the Foothill district. A buddy of mine said it the other day, and I can't remember the name of it. What?
It's not about the Coca-Cola glass, right? Tell me it is.
No.
Thank you.
And we had that call for a suicide. And so I get there, and the cop says, points me to go to the bathroom, that the body is in the bathroom. So I go in there. My partner's, grabbing his gear. He's not there yet. And I walk in there, and there's this bathroom, and it's dark, and it's got candles everywhere lit. I shit you not. And guy's in the tub, his arm hanging out, classic suicide looking pose. Eyes are closed. I walk in, and you have to check for a pulse. So I grab the guy's wrist, and he screams like a banshee when I grabbed him, which made me go, ah! And I jump back going, what the fuck is going on? And I hear the cops laughing in the other room. The dead body was in the bedroom. He had taken pills. This was the boyfriend who was trying to relax after finding his boyfriend dead.
That's so wrong of them, bro. That's so wrong.
Dude, there were some crazy pranks played by law enforcement, fire rescue, and EMS. Because I was with EMS, and we had a bitter, not rivalry, but frustration with fire rescue because they were idiots when it came to dealing with injuries. And so many times my partner or one of my buddies that I worked with would yell at these guys. Like, if you see a windshield shattered after an MVA, motor vehicle accident, if you see an MVA and a windshield is shattered, put a neck brace on them and put them on a backboard. It's automatically assumed there's a spinal injury.
Right. They've hit the windshield. Yeah.
And we showed up one night, foggy night in the middle of Bellevue, Washington. And this girl, she's hot as hell. And I know that's why they fucking forgot themselves, because she's fucking hot. She's sitting on the back of one of their rigs, with a blanket over her. And I'm like, who was driving and who was in the passenger seat? And they tell me, and I'm like, the glass is shattered on both sides. They were unrestrained. I'm like, why is she sitting over there with a blanket and not backboarded? And I just got shitty with those guys, man.
Well, guys, nice. I'm gonna boogie on.
You gotta go, Don. Merry Christmas, Don. It's good hanging out with you, man.
Yep. You Please, guys have a Merry Christmas.
Give Vicky a big hug for me and tell her Merry Christmas.
We're missing you a lot here, man.
It's good to see you, Don. Merry
Thank
Christmas.
You, Don.
Okay, guys.
And if you're up for it, New Year's Eve, if you want to hang out.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And I say pray for 2024. It's likely to be interesting.
Yeah, interesting is the gentle way of saying it. But Vicky, happy Christmas. And Don, maybe we can hang out on New Year's if you want to. I might do a show.
Okay. Stream. You guys take care. We'll see you later.
See you, Don. So
great guy.
I'm going to clip that Vietnam story and turn it into a bunch of shorts.
You got to
post it. So I have heard a few of them from my friend who was a cop there. Oh, I even got into it with a cop once. And my partner was grabbing me because I could get snarky. Could you imagine that? Me getting snarky?
No.
If somebody says something that I perceive as stupid to me and trying
sarcasm,
to cop an attitude with me, man, I will turn and just burn them. I will burn them alive. And this one cop said something snarky to me about speeding on the way to a shooting. I was an ambulance driver. Mm-hmm. And we are permitted to drive slightly over the speed limit with our sirens going. We're going code red. Mm-hmm. Okay. And he just was kind of giving me shit about it because it was a gang member that was shot. And I turned to this cop when he was saying this shit. And it wasn't like he was like ranting and raving. He was saying it aloud to where we could hear it, but he was saying it to his partner. And I turned to him and I said, "What's the matter? Was his colors the wrong color, not blue? You want us to take that if a cop gets shot, to take our time getting there too? Would you like that? And he started like, "Are you talking to me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm talking directly to you because you're the one shitting on us right now for trying to get here to save somebody's life, and you got a problem with it." And,
hey, Christian the
and his
Lord.
partner was holding him back, and my partner was grabbing me because it probably would have come to blows if we weren't held back the way we were. I mean, these are grown men holding grown men back, not like one of those movies like hold me back, and you're planting them in front of you like you don't want to fight. I would have hit that cop. I would have gladly gone to jail for it because I thought it was shitty what he said. I don't give two shits who this guy was that was shot. He's a human being, and I'm going to treat him. And that's the way you're supposed to do it when you're a paramedic. You're not supposed to judge anybody. You're supposed to take care of them. And I did it because I always wanted to help people. I almost missed it because it feels like Sunday. I want to wish everybody a very joyous Noel and a bon année. Thank you, Christian. And of course, thank you for the $5. I'd love to see you more. I miss you, man.
He's got his own channel now. He does a stream about. It looks like he's doing one average once every month.
I didn't know about this.
Oh yeah, that's why at the end of it it
How
says.
Come you never invited me, Christian?
Because
I would love to join you. I'm glad you're breaking up, Martin.
No, I was on his last one. He did Foreigner, man. My favorite rock band.
What's he talk about on his show?
Vinyl Revival. It's music, brother. Yeah.
Fuck, I think man, invite me on.
I think he's doing a Rush show next.
I've done a lot of shows with Brian because when it comes to certain music, man, I know a lot about it. I know a lot about the Beatles. I know a lot about the 80s in particular, man. I can do breakdowns of like how it because I got into an argument with the guy I'm not friends with anymore because he would just say some of the most outlandishly stupid shit to me. And I'd look at him like, who the fuck are you talking to? Told me that new wave didn't exist, that it wasn't really a genre.
Okay.
And I'm like, shut the fuck up.
In the vein in which
Chris sent you another $5 backing up what I said, man. Yeah.
I have this video for him to thanks for his super chat.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
I love that movie so much in that line. Yeah. And he would go on to repeat that scene with Bill Murray as Cool Hand Luke at a French summer camp where he's supposed to learn to speak French. And Bill Murray is one of the kids at the camp, and he keeps punishing him. And the line, he changes it slightly. He says, "What we have here is failure to communicate bilingually." I love that. Classic SNL skit.
Okay,
Christian
we
also with another $5. Yeah, I'm fucking on it. Christian Delorme's Vinyl Revival, with the Canadian, not California, $5. The next stream is on Rush. Everybody welcome. I love Rush. When I had to graduate, my drum piece that I had to do was YYZ.
There you go.
And
I was fixing to say, you being a drummer, I figured you'd be a Neil Peart fan. So
I had I love Neil Peart. I love Neil Peart, but he's a precision drummer, and I don't want to play drums that way. Yeah. And I was horrified, and I did fuck up, but I still graduated. I still passed. But I fucked up so much doing that because, man, he's a precision drummer. He plays things exactly the same every single time.
Yeah.
I'm more of an organic jazz drummer because I grew up playing blues and jazz. And I love that organic feel, because you're changing, you're moving with the music, with the drums and the bass. And I love doing that stuff.
Okay.
Another video. Play a video, then we'll move to the next one.
He's
got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
He's gone into stripper mode, man.
Can't have Blue Oyster without drum bell. Right? Yeah, he's strippering. Rain and money. That's right. He's rain and money.
The chief is in the chat.
Ribbon or whatever. Normally he drinks PBR, but I don't know what he's drinking today. And Merry Christmas. Oh, to you too, Chief. That's Patrick. Loved your last episode, man. By the way, Patrick, are you watching right now? I wanted to talk to you about. I'm sorry, my daughter just sent me a video message, and I'm like looking over, going, "What the fuck?" Okay, so I want to do clips, 1-minute clips from your show, and I want you to start marking down where I can get these of you, because I don't have enough time to go through an entire stream looking for that moment. But if you can mark them down, Patrick, I would love to start clipping you and putting them up as shorts. The shorts are amazing. We got one day over 1,500 views for Dale Dye's one video.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah, I noticed you've been cutting stuff out and making it short. It's very cool.
I'm
the only thing I
because
use
it's
it
so
for
limited
is
time.
to advertise the shows I have coming up that day. That's all I use.
Well, I
it
need
for.
to do those too. We need to do shorts for stuff like that. I'm going to do a truncated version of the trailer for the comic. Christian Delorme again with another Canadian $5. And a Christian Delorme joke, I speak English, but I French better. I like that one.
I'm kind of looking forward to he's French Canadian. I'm meeting him down in New Orleans in May.
Well, he's coming down here too to meet with Keith, John, and me.
Yeah,
and I'm looking forward. And he wants to meet with Martine.
Right.
And for that comment, I have this.
Whatever helps you sleep at night, bitch.
But I'm looking forward to seeing how he does with Creole. You know what I mean? If it's that big a difference from French, I'm really interested to see his take on that.
Bye, Chief. Have a safe travel. By
see
the way,
Patrick, safe trip.
We are past that moment of the show.
Okay, before we play the trailer, I want to show this video that my daughter just sent me.
Go.
I'm doing it. Don't fucking rush me, Joe.
Go, man. Go.
Do it
now. No.
Do it now.
Get to the
Get
chopper.
To the chopper.
All right, here she is. Are you ready?
Ready.
Oh my.
That's my baby.
That is your kid, no doubt about it. Wow.
Oh my God.
You cannot deny that one. Oh, that's awesome.
I taught her how to burp.
That's awesome.
You know, how to do it on command.
Mm-hmm.
And she took to it naturally. But the one thing I remember most was she was 4 years old. I didn't teach her to do this. I suspect it was either Bankus or Mac, her uncles, that did. But she was sitting on a sofa with Ultra Rob Bankus, and she sat up in her seat like that when she clenched her butt cheeks. And I saw her do it, and I went, "What was that?" And then she spread her legs a little bit and then cupped her hands and then did this in Ultra Rob's face.
Oh, good.
4-fucking-year-old daughter did that. It just about killed me. I lost my shit going, oh my God, she cupped a fart. She cupped a fart. And I was like, who taught her to do that? And I'm looking at Mac and Bankus. We didn't do it. I'm like, what do you fuckers did? Because I've never done that in my life.
Right.
To anybody. I would not do that to another human being because I know how gnarly my farts can be. I remember we were in a car one time driving. We were a long road trip. And Bankus kept farting the whole ride. And I kept lowering the windows electronically. I'm like, lowering the windows. I'm like, oh my God, what the fuck do you eat or drink? It smells like mop water from McDonald's. Because there's a distinct smell. If you ever worked at McDonald's, you know what the smell I'm talking about. And it's gross. And his farts all smelled like that. And it's like, what the fuck do you consume, dude? And then all of a sudden I look in the back mirror at one point and all I can see is Mac's ass. And he absolutely just like, this was one of those farts that went around a turd. Oof. So it's got that acrid poop smell to it.
Wow. Why are we talking about this?
This is Army guys, man. This is what Army guys are like when they're hanging out. I'm serious. That's what we're like.
Intense. Well,
So
you got that coupled with the fact that he's in the medical profession, and they've got a dark fucking sense of humor.
Yeah,
anyway.
gallows sense of humor. That's right. All right, man. You wanted to play your video, Martin. Let's get the trailer going, buddy.
Meet the Seattle Vigilante. Like so many comic heroes, this warrior hides his identity. But his identity isn't the only secret he has to keep. After grievous wounds received during combat, Tier 1 operator John Russell begins to recover and comes to terms with his new reality of being an amputee. And as he learns how to use his new prosthetic limb, he finds himself caught up in the bureaucratic red tape that too many wounded veterans experience, the exhausting medboard process. Out of sheer frustration, John takes it out on the criminal scum of the city. But when reality kicks in, John realizes he started something that's having an impact on the greater world around him, and thus has to reevaluate his motives. And moreover, just how far is John willing to go to finish this war he's declared against the criminals in Seattle? And will he even survive? From the creator of IDW's award-winning graphic novel Code Word Geronimo comes a new story about a different kind of warrior, Vindicated, Inc., the first of its kind disabled veteran action hero comic. The Vindicated, Inc. graphic novel crowdfunding campaign on fundmycomic.com is provided in the description of this video. We hope you become a contributor. Please share this link. Thank you.
Very cool, man. Can't wait to see it. Looks awesome.
So
read this one.
What the hell did I come back to? So my daughter sent that to me, but then she sent the same video out to all her uncles, the guys that lived with me, and they joined me in taking care of her and raising her. She was raised in a very manly environment. Mm-hmm. So she sent it to them, and they just fucking loved it, including my cop buddy from Lebanon, Missouri, Chris. He's just lost it. He's like laughing his ass off. He sent a video, his reaction video. There are times I walk into the bathroom at work, and I think to myself, good God, man, that's not healthy smell. See a doctor. The one that gets me is eggs are a big part of my diet. And so your farts can be very sulfury when you eat a lot of protein like that. And that's why I leave a room before I fart. But sometimes I'll do this thing where I'm like, I've done this with Travis, like when we're hanging out, we're just driving around. I'll crack one quietly in the seat. And eventually there comes this moment where he just sort of turns and look at me, and I'm like, what? Something coming through the vent, man. Far in front of him.
Hello, Lady V.
Not me. Not me.
Hey, Lady V, Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to Peter Venkman fan site, which was also known as Finkman's Girl. And I'm not sure. I want to make sure that we said Merry Christmas to Plant Watering Citizen.
I did.
Yeah, you did. You said hi to him. No doubt.
Very good. Very good. So, this today is really just about the holiday, and just sort of wanted to hang out with you guys. And I thought, I'm never going to get a chance to talk about this film for another year. And I said, no, I'm going to pop this in just for shits and giggles. Mm-hmm. We don't have to really talk about the movie other than the fact that we love it, and just have it sort of play in the background.
It's one that I really want to see. I really haven't been paying attention.
You must watch.
But I'm a big Mel fan. No matter how crazy he may be, I still dig him. He's a great movie maker, no matter how nuts he is.
I'm going to tell Zoe I played her video on the show.
But yeah, man, I was actually lucky, Gary. I actually, the 3 years I was in the military, I was home for 2 Christmases because I got out of basic AIT.
Where did you go to basic?
Fort McClellan, Alabama is where they trained the military police. It was the main place for the military police and the nuclear, biological, and chemical guys. Northern Alabama in the mountains of Anniston. Let's see. You like mail? We learned something about you today. How Tim never cuts me a break. He's awesome. But yeah, I actually made it home on leave for the first 2 Christmases. Now the last one I spent in Hawaii, of all places, at Fort Shafter. I spent it there. Spent most of it on Lure Street. I was 20 years old, so yeah, I was downtown Honolulu partying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Vicky Rhodes from Blade Runner.
Mhm.
She was second or first unit AD trainee for the movie Blade Runner. She just sent me a Merry Christmas stocking video with her popping out of the stocking.
Nice.
She's
Very
so
cool.
funny. She is so funny. And
But
for
yeah.
those that weren't here earlier, just to let you know, Anima is working today. She's selling stuffed animals on Christmas Day, and with her boss. And she video called us from the booth today to wish us a Merry Christmas and a happy show. Because normally, she's with us this morning, but she had to work today. But we got to wish her and her boss a Merry Christmas. He took a wonderful photo of her, which I think I should show it. I really should show
You
it.
should. I was kind of wanting to see that video. Yeah.
No, this is a photo.
Well, I understand that. I'm just saying the video would have been cool too.
She took a video of the cats losing their mind. I think I'm going to show this video. I want to show this video. This is when she does a special Christmas treat for the cats. So let me share my screen. I love these videos when she sends them to me. I really do. All right, guys, here you go.
Mm-hmm.
I hope she doesn't get mad at me for showing these, but she'll forgive me because she loves me.
Okay. This for you to see what Christmas is like here. Special treat food. This is Amelia's spot.
What amazes me is when they come out, they go straight to their own bowls.
I've locked them out, obviously, because I wouldn't be able
Not just lock them out, she blocked them out.
Right.
Block the door to keep them out.
Door.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Sounds about right.
Ready?
Here, they're losing it.
God
Dude,
damn.
Release the hounds. I mean the cats.
Okay.
That's it.
It's for you to see.
That's it. And I'm going to stop sharing for a second. Remove. And then I'll get to the photo. I've been watching that video of the girl that gets into the fake snowman costume to scare people when they're walking by. She just saw that video for the first time this week. And she was laughing her ass off, sharing it with me. I'm like, baby, I've seen that video like way while back.
That's the kind of shit my wife loves. Any kind of prank where people get the shit scared out of them. She loves that shit. She thinks it's the funniest thing ever.
There's a picture her boss took of her for me.
That is a Christmas picture if I ever seen one.
She had to take her boots off because they were soaking wet. And the area she's standing, there's a heated mat there. Mm-hmm. And so I love my woman. She's so awesome. I'm so lucky to have her in my life. So there you go. I just wanted to share that with a photo of her.
Very cool.
She's so gorgeous.
Anima is cool.
She is. And she shits on John. And that just tickles me to no end.
Dude, like, yeah. She's relentless
that day
with him, man.
Didn't get any progress in the game. And she's just like making fun of him the whole show.
Yes, she was.
That was awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I will, Lady V. I'll tell her. So one of the things that we talked about doing, by the way, Tom and I, was doing something where like each channel partakes in it for a few hours, or all the guests from different channels partake in one long show. It'll be like a YouTube telethon for a charity or multiple charities.
Oh man, that's cool.
And I'm like going, could you imagine how much fun that would be to do something like for 48 or 72 hours?
Just hand it off to the next guy and keep rolling.
And just keep going.
Yeah.
That sounds cool. Just stream going, mm-hmm. and do it for 3 days. I'm like, that'd be fucking awesome.
Yeah.
And I said, I would absolutely partake in something like that. And Tom and I talked about it, and then some other people got involved in the conversation, and I would like to see that happen this year. Something like that. A 48-hour or 72-hour stream.
Yeah. You have to
where we
time it
all
right.
partake.
You know, you'd have to get with everybody and see what the window is for everybody to do it in. Which that would be the chore, wouldn't it? I mean, we've all got busy lives, but yeah, that would be something really cool. Absolutely. I mean, there's all kinds of things that they do for charity. One of the things my co-host on Wednesdays, Knock, hit me to. I didn't even know they did this. They do speed runs on Twitch of video games for charity.
What is that?
It's these guys. Look, we think we're gamers. No, we're amateurs, man. Some of these guys will sit there and do speed runs of a video game. I mean, they know all the little tricks to go faster through a game, and they'll try to set records finishing a game from beginning to end the fastest. And they do speed runs, and there's a thing that Twitch does once a year. I want to say it's right before the football season, because he's told me about it the last couple of years.
Yeah,
and it's for charity, and they do it for a whole week. And there's guys. These are some of the best video gamers in the world, and they get together and they do speed runs of video games for charity. Yeah,
that sounds like fun.
Hmm? Yep.
Oh,
so yeah, that idea
finish?
sounds great, man. It really does. Mm-hmm.
I don't think the slideshow finished. Let's get it back up there.
Yeah.
Finish it. Love this movie. Love this fucking movie. You know what? Another Christmas film I love is a horror film called Something Exports. It's from Finland, I think. I think it's a Finnish horror film. Let me find it real quick. I'll share the poster with you.
Yeah, we did our favorite Christmas stuff.
Rare Exports.
Rare Exports. Okay.
And I'll find the
Christmas horror movie. Is that right?
Yes, and it's really good. It's I think it's really, the story sort of takes place in the Laplands, where a lot of the origin stories linger, and they're not always like happy stories or scary stories.
Mm-hmm.
And let me see if I can get the poster.
It's right here. I'll throw it up real quick. Hang on.
Okay, because there's a couple of posters. The American poster is really good.
This is the one they have on IMDb right here. That's the IMDb one.
Yeah, that's one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Here, hold on a second. Enlarge that. Engorge it.
Yeah,
there it is.
Mm-hmm.
And but here's the other one. I'm going to open up on mine.
Okay.
Present, share screen. And this was on the American release.
Okay.
Because it's not really Santa, it's Krampus.
Yeah. The guy that Don wants to see more of. Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
It's a very, very, very good film. And it's not super scary, but it has some scary moments in it.
Mm-hmm.
I thoroughly enjoyed the film. It's one of my favorite Christmas horror films because I think they're hard to do.
Really? I mean, that's not the time of year you're thinking of horror,
I
guess I get right.
I like horror. I like horror year round.
Well, I do too. I do too.
Black
Don't get me
Christmas,
wrong.
shit like that. I love those movies, man.
I tell you, the one I want to check out was the one they put out for Thanksgiving this year. Thanksgiving. I want to see that one. I haven't seen it yet.
I wasn't sure because I'm not a big fan of his, the director, creator.
Yeah.
I don't like him.
Okay.
And there's just something about him that pisses me off.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he thinks he's better at making film than he is, and he's not very good, in my opinion.
He's pretentious, you would say?
I think he's a little bit.
Mm.
And he did that Cabin in the Woods movie, one with the virus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I was like, he ventured over no new territory.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Alan Moore. People love to rave about Alan Moore. He ventured over no new territory.
Yeah.
So
well, it drew me in with the poster. When I saw the
I did too.
Hat,
that's why I watched it, and then I was like
hat,
very disappointed when it was done. I'm like, that was it. Night of the Living Dead's a better film.
Wow. Okay. Cool.
It's the same.
Well,
concept.
good. I didn't miss anything then. All right.
It's the same concept. boarding up in I'll tell you what's a good horror film comedy, a really good one, is Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Yeah. Okay.
And why we haven't gotten a sequel yet, I don't know, because it was a profitable film.
Oh, we have a Christmas.
Das Wolfen is here. Merry Christmas.
Hey.
What's
just
up, Big Daddy?
To say Merry Christmas. I just walked in the door from my family, so
cool,
man. Outstanding, man. You have a good Christmas?
Oh yeah, it was a great Christmas.
What's the best gift you got today?
I would say my favorite would be the keychain that they got me. It says, "If boogers were uncles, we'd pick you first."
Wow. Nice. That's cool.
I'll show you mine. I got it for myself.
Cool.
And this is the back. It's the Ultimate McCready figure. And I'll open it so you can see the figure.
Nice. You need to put that full screen, man, so you can see it. Yeah.
Let me.
There you go. There you go.
It comes with the hat.
The hat.
A bottle of Jim Beam. A tumbler. Different versions of his hand. A lantern. And his shoddy. And of course, 3 different heads.
Yeah. See, Martin's going to come steal that because it's got a shotgun in it.
You can actually buy those online, Martin, if you didn't know that, separately. Go look up 1/6 scale, 1/12 scale, and you can find a bunch of, you can buy them in packs. Because when I was doing Vindicated, first started drawing it, I had one of those little posing dolls, and I bought the military fatigues to put on him with VBE, and I bought a bunch of different weapons, and I pose him. And so I use that for a lot of the book as my guide for drawing the character. Krampus is better than, I like the American film Krampus. I like that movie. And I hope we eventually do get a sequel to it. Because again, it's a comedy horror film. I like that.
I guess you could say Gremlins is a comedy horror film for Christmas, huh?
Yes, it is.
Look, all I got to do, Lady V, is go buy a Kevin Smith action figure, and it still looks like me.
No.
Yeah, I just took a dig at myself. I don't just take shits on you guys. I shit on myself. Sometimes I'm a German Scheisse film. But that was the gift I bought myself. Then Travis, I don't know if you know Travis. Keith knows Travis. He bought me this bowling shirt for Christmas, and I really like it. It's Thailand 7XL, which means it's probably more like a 5 to 6X, so it fits very well.
That's cool, man.
I got a. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, John.
My sister got me a bunch of polos and stuff for work. She got both 3Xs and 2Xs because she's anticipating that I'll be down another size, and she doesn't want me to be with really loose shirts going to work. So, but even though I'll have UCM shirts to work in. So,
I got to show you somebody. This guy is one of my brothers. If you look on my Facebook page, I have several people that says my brothers that aren't my biological brothers, but we've lived together and we're very close. And let me see if I can find it, because Zoe, here it is. Okay. Let me see if I can find him.
Well, before you get rolling with that, I'm going to duck on out. You guys have a Merry Christmas. It was good to see you, Gerry. I haven't been on the stream with you in a long time, so that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I want to go ahead and call my daughter before we go to see Aquaman. So you guys take it easy. Have a Merry Christmas, and it's good to see all of you. And we'll see you Wednesday when we do Stay the Atmosphere with our New Year's show. So you guys take it easy, and Merry Christmas. Be good to each other.
Merry Christmas.
Talk to you later. Merry Christmas.
See you.
Merry Christmas, Joe.
So here he is. This is Chris, my buddy Chris Carrasco. He's Mexican, and he's a cop in Lebanon, Missouri. You call it Lebanon, not Lebanon, when you're from there. I used to annoy people there because I refused to call it that for a long time. I would call it Lebanon.
Just like I call Versailles instead of Versailles.
Yeah, right. It's Versailles. Also, I don't say Monticello. I say Monticello because that's how it's said. Yeah. Now, I'm not going to do it with a fucking accent. Like Anima expects, like when you say the name of a place, you should say it in that regional accent that it's from. And I'm like, look, people that do that in America are pretentious assholes.
Yeah.
The people that say, I'm going down to Cuba, I'm going down to Puerto Rico. I'm like, fuck off with that. We're Americans. It's okay to pronounce it wrong. I don't care. So this is Chris, and he is a cop in Lebanon, Missouri. And I have partied with this guy so many fucking times. And he's an avid, he rides a Harley Davidson. He's in a club. It's not a gang, it's a club. And just a fun guy. But he never served in the military. His father served. And he grew up with Ultra Rob Bankus that I talk about a lot. They grew up together. And we're just one tight family, very close together. We're always trying to get together multiple times a year because everybody's spread out. And we try to get together several times a year, cookouts. It's a big thing, having cookouts, get drunk, do stupid shit together. When we were younger, we did really stupid shit. And my job wasn't to do the stupid shit with them. My job was to make sure they didn't die doing it. Seriously, they considered me their personal medic because my job was to make sure that, like Sean, who's part of the crowd, Sean McComb, I love him. He's a brother. He was the first person I saw when I got custody of Zoe. And he saw what I looked like, the relief and the joy I had immediately from being awarded custody of my daughter. And just knowing that it was over, that relief I felt. And we're very close-knit group, but there's some crazy shit because like we had a party one time and it's cookout. It was for my birthday. And Sean, he gets a little drink in him. And Mac will start whispering in his ear because Mac is the devil. He is the devil. Mac will say things to him like, see that empty pizza box? Take a shit in it and set it in front of your wife. It'll be funny. And Sean goes, you know what I need to do? I would go take a shit in that box and put it in front of my wife. And he did. And she opened it and she's like, oh my God, Sean. It was so fucking funny. And like he comes walking over to me and I'm sitting there and Zoe, he doesn't realize he's drunk. Zoe is right next to me. And he's got his dick out. And he walks up to me and he gets right up next to my face and goes, hey, Gerry. And I'm talking to his wife. And I went, yeah. And I turned and there's his fucking dick right in my face. And he's uncircumcised and he squeezes and pops out this purple head sticking up from this giant fucking red bush. Because it looks like his bush is on fire. It's so red. And I saw that my head went back like that. And his wife went, Sean! And she leaps on Zoe, covering her head and blocking her. And from that day forward, he was no longer allowed to drink when Zoe was there. And I'm not kidding you. He was no longer allowed to drink. And I told Mac, you need to curb the fucking devil talk in his ear. Because you can talk that dude into anything when he's drunk. Gerry, did you just say fuck the Puerto Rican? No, I said fuck saying Puerto Rico. Americans that fucking over enunciate words just fucking irritates me. It's a pretentious thing to do. Like if you're Hispanic or from there, it's okay. You can do that. But when you get somebody from the Midwest or the South or New York saying things like that, it's fucking pretentious. Anima doesn't agree with me. I said, I don't care. I'm American. You're not yet. So I can't stand people that over enunciate foreign places. What's the one in Italy that they always over enunciate? God, I just fucking hate it.
There's a lot of places in Italy that they do that.
There's one in particular, and I can't think what the hell it is. It might be Sicily. I can't remember. But anyway, I knew that was just messing with you. Oh, okay, Tim. You got to got to go. Merry Christmas again, ladies and gents. Having a smashing day. YouTube plant watering citizen. Merry Christmas. Thanks for dropping in, guys. Fact is, you know what? We should wrap this up because I'm getting ready to go over to Midnight's Edge. I'm going to be over there today. Tom's sending me an invite to join him. And I really need to get something in me. And I don't mean in my butt. I need to eat something and drink something before I head over there. So I think we should wrap up a few minutes early today. And it's Christmas, for God's sakes. Even though this really isn't work, I love doing it. I love hanging out with you guys. You feel sorry for Midnight's Edge. I hope you tune in and say that to them. You shouldn't, tell them, I feel sorry for you having Gerry on. Yeah, I dare you, Tim. I dare you. A double dog dare you, Tim. How close to the ending are we with the movie? Oh, it's almost over. Well, go ahead and let it finish up. That's the Christmas episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Stephen. Did you just say, oh, yeah. Anything else I got to run to? Lady V, thanks for dropping in. I hope you have a Merry Christmas. Please have a safe holiday. And I am really thinking about doing a midnight special of the show for New Year's. I don't know if anybody will show up, but I'll be there.
I'll be busy with Allie, but I might jump on. Depends on what time.
I may do it just on Rumble, though. I'm thinking about just doing it on Rumble so I can play music.
Yeah.
Because YouTube is just, they are that fucking asshole that you knew when you were in school that just wouldn't let you do anything.
Yeah. Thursday after Joe's Thursday show, State of the Atmosphere, or his Brothers Hack the Matrix, I'm going to be on my channel. I'm actually going to be playing The Expanse. So I got it. So that's a special bonus episode this week for my channel. Won't have too many of those left because I'm starting on the 16th, but
that'll be
stuff in the evening and out.
By the way, I thought it was interesting that another big show around the same time back in the 70s was Don Kirshner's rock concert. And they never got a song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Midnight Special did, but not Don Kirshner. I loved Saturday Night Live when Paul Schaefer would do the parody of Don Kirshner. Welcome to Don Kirshner's rock concert. I just fucking love that.
Yeah.
But this is the end of the movie. It's wrapping. Santa lost an eye. Told the boy to knock it off and be a good boy. And I love this movie. I really do. And the rumor is that they're doing a sequel. I hope they were greenlit. But it took them 14 years to make this fucking movie. Sometimes it takes a while. You look at the movie, I did the storyboards with Tom Hanks and Dale Dye and Gary Sinise, because they're all three producers on it. I did the storyboards for that. Now I look like Steven Spielberg right now. That's really weird. I don't like that. Change my pop. I don't like that. I look like. No, I still look like Spielberg. Oh my god! Thank you.
It's the glasses.
You know what's funny is years ago, my ex-mother-in-law said, "You know what?" When I first started putting on a little weight, she said, "You know what? You look just like Orson Welles when he was fat." And I'm like, well, if I look like Orson Welles when he was fat, I should still look like Orson Welles when he was thin. No. That was the response to me. And I'm like, you're weird. Cam's here. What's up? Merry Christmas. I want to wish all of you a Merry Christmas. And I'm going to name you all one by one. Penny, Keely Chow, Anna Confusa, of course, love of my life. Real Wade Nation, Bush McFadden, LDG Free the Net, Mark Centers, a good friend, Dad Man Walking, FKHC 2005, which of course we know as Tim, Plant Watering Citizen, Peter Vinkman Fan Site, also known as Vinkman's Girl over on Twitter, Patrick Jordan, Deleted Scenes, aka Stephen, Lady V Elements, Cam's Crash Courses, and of course our dear friend Shanatsky. Merry Christmas to you guys. I hope everybody has a safe holiday. I hope you're joyous. And if you like eggnog, drink it up, man. There's no eggnog in this house because Scott doesn't like it. So no one's allowed to have it. It's also tuna fish because I love tuna fish. Can't eat tuna fish because if he smells it, he's like, "What does that smell?" I'm being facetious, but I do, out of respect for him, I don't eat tuna here. I do have some, and I'll eat it out here in the garage, but I won't eat it in the house proper because the smell of tuna sticks around, and I know some people don't like it.
Yeah.
But I love my tuna, like Bill Clinton loves girls and cigars.
Merry Christmas, you old building alone.
Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. All right, everybody have a safe holiday, and more than that, have a joyous holiday. And I really do mean that from my heart. I hope you guys all have a great Christmas, and I'll see you on the other side. If you want to join us over on Midnight's Edge, I'll be there at noon in about 14 minutes. So see you guys then. Until then, John, Merry Christmas. Martin, Merry Christmas. And Joe, Don, thanks for dropping in. Merry Christmas, guys. We're out of here.